What up, guys? It's the Hawk. I want to talk some boxing with you, especially the fights of this weekend. The PBC card, Benavidez against Morrell, and Azim against Lipinets. Well, let's first get into Azim Lipinets because that was some crazy, crazy motherfucking shit, right? Because poor old Lipinets, he got fucking groped in there, man. I ain't never seen no motherfucking sexual assault in there like that. Adam Azim, he got a thing for the cock. Man, he was fucking groping poor old Lipinets all night long. He was punching the motherfucking balls. I don't think Lipinets can have any more children after that. Poor old guy, man. Poor old guy. Just motherfucking low blow after low blow. And he was uppercutting them shits, man. He was putting all of his power into it. It was like, I was feeling bad for Lipinets. I was like, this poor old dude, man. This poor old dude, he ain't never gonna be able to fuck another lady anymore, man. His dick is all fucked up. So man, that was crazy. That was crazy. He got 2 points taken away from him for all those low blows. Man, I think he should have been disqualified. It was fucking horrific. I don't want to see that shit again. I don't even know if I want to see Azim again, man. I don't want to see that type of shit in the ring. I don't want to see a motherfucking sexual assault, especially not a man on man sexual assault. You know what I mean? So, bro, I don't even want to discuss this fight any longer than this. I think that probably took some shit out of Lipinets. He looked weak as fuck. He couldn't take really any punishment. The left hook, he walked into one and he went down, and you know he just looked weak. He didn't have much on his punches or anything like that. Yeah, man, he was just fucking assaulted by this dude, man, Azim. Azim, a crazy dick muncher, man. What the fuck is wrong with that dude, really? So let's move on to the PBC event, right? Let's discuss the prelims first because I think the best fight on the card was the first fight on the prelims. It was Mirko Cuello. He was up against Christian Olivo, and man, I didn't really know what to expect. I heard some things about Cuello that he's a good fighter. He's an up and coming star. He can maybe become champion. I think I saw him in the amateurs. He won some tournaments or something, and he was in the Olympics, I think. Yeah, I really didn't see much of them in the pros, right? So I was pleasantly surprised, I must say, because Christian Olivo, he came out boxing like Juan Manuel Marquez, like the motherfucker was drinking piss or something, man. Drinking maybe he was drinking his piss. I don't know, but yeah, dude came out with the combinations. It was smooth, like he's slipping and countering. It was beautiful. He knocked down Cuello early in the fight, and the rounds went on and kept doing better, man. He had the better clean shots, and Cuello was struggling. He was getting caught in between, and he didn't really know what to do. It seemed right. He was putting on the pressure, so was getting a little bit close on the cards, especially in the later rounds. But man, he really needed a knockout in the last round. It was the 10th round, and he pulled this shit off. It was crazy. He came out with a, you know, aggressive approach in the last round, and he found the openings to the body. He put the left hook to the body, and he put him down. He saw Levo. He was fucked up, man. You could see it. But man, he survived the first knockdown, but the second one, man, he put him down again with a body shot, man. And then the ref, he thought he saw enough, so he stopped the fight. I thought the stoppage was premature, but man, it was such a great fight. I don't even want to complain, right? I don't even want to complain. So that was my favorite fight of the night, probably. And then we also had Yoan Lee Hernandez, right, the Cuban fighter. He was up against really a no hoper, to be honest. It was some Mexican dude, a punching bag, but still he looked good, man. He looked good, especially for a Cuban. A lot of aggressiveness, so I like that. I like the uppercuts. I like the combinations. I thought he was a little bit of a slapper. Like he could improve his punch technique a little bit more, especially on the straight right. Sometimes it looked like a slap with the elbows out. Yeah, I didn't really like that, but Overall, it looks like a very good fighter. I saw this dude too in the amateurs. I think he was a world champion. So yeah, he's promising, man, and he's ranked number one by the WBA, right? So he's in line for Arizlan de Lara. So we're gonna see how that fight plans out. I hope we get to see that because I think this dude can be fast tracked into a world title shot. I really think so. So we're gonna wait and see, right? And then the main card started out with Jesus Ramos against Rosario, right? Well, we all know Rosario, motherfucking banana, right? He look in the ring like he's slipping on a banana peel. Like when he get knocked down, look funny as hell, man, dude. Falling all over the place. Shit look hilarious. So I enjoyed watching him get the shit beat out of him, really. Because it's just funny to watch, man. It's just funny to watch this dude get fucked up. That's just what it is. But yeah, it wasn't really a competitive fight or anything, so it was enjoyable only if you like seeing a dude get beat up, right? That's really what it is. I was a bit concerned with Jesus Ramos' power because we know motherfucking Jason Rosario has a glass body, right? He can't take body shots. Like Jermel touched him a little bit with a motherfucking stab jab to the body, and dude had a fucking convulsion on the canvas. Like he was about to die or something. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, he having a stroke or something? Like, what's going on? Right? But nah, dude is just fucking weak to the body. He always reacts so strange to punches, even to head punches. Like in this fight, Jesus Ramos hit him with a left counter, right? A left to the head, and this motherfucker, he almost fell face forward first to the canvas, but first his feet slipped all weird. I said, like, he's slipping on a fucking banana peel. That's how it looks. So it's like weird, man. It's weird. But yeah, let's move on from that. Then we had Isaac Cruz against Angel Fierro. Man, that was a fucking war, right? Angel Fierro, real Aztec warrior. So he was able to stand up to that motherfucking pressure that Isaac Cruz brings because he probably used to it, like, right? He probably used to it in past fights and in sparring because all them motherfucking Mexicans putting on the pressure like that. So he knew what to do, right? And he had a good chin, so he was able to withstand the punishment too and come back. He even hurt Cruz with a motherfucking right hand to the temple, while Cruz's legs were a bit funny, right? So yeah, it was fire, man. Fierro got more into the fight as the rounds went on, and he started to win more rounds. So that was like a pretty close fight. I thought at the end of the fight maybe it could be a draw, but they gave it to Isaac Cruz. Obviously, he has the bigger fan base. He has more opportunities. He's going to deliver more money for the PBC. So I get it. I get it. But man, I want to see Angel Fierro again in a fight like that, right? Against another come forward fighter where they can fucking bang it out because they were exchanging savage punches, man, and I like that. I like violence, man. I like motherfuckers beating the shit out of each other. So yeah, that was good shit. I like that. I really like that. And then we had, I think, Brandon Figueroa against Stephen Fulton, right? This was a very disappointing match for me because I was hoping that Brandon Figueroa, the heartbreaker, was gonna break Stephen Fulton's heart, right? Because I thought he got a gift decision in the first fight, Stephen Fulton did, and I thought he got a gift decision in his last fight against Carlos Castro, who really dominated him with the jab, put him on his backside. Fulton landed some good shots on the inside, but he really wasn't winning that fight in my opinion. So I was hoping to see him get fucked up in this fight. I really was hoping that, but motherfucking Brandon Figueroa came out looking like his brother Omar, man, like a complete bum. He was just slapping about, punching like a little girl, putting them little taps on Fulton. Really wasn't doing nothing, smothering himself on the inside. Yeah, it was really a trash fight for me because it was ugly. It was sloppy. They were like wrestling most of the time, like fucking hanging on to each other like homosexuals. I don't like that, man. I don't like that kind of fight. Fulton was landing some good shots in between, right? You found a wait for the uppercut to land, but it was ugly. It was an ugly, ugly fight. I don't like that shit. I don't want to see anything like that again, man. Fuck Brandon Figueroa, man. Fucking bum. He let me down, man. He really let me down. So I don't think any higher or Fulton. I just thought Brandon Figueroa was fucking ass. He was trash. And I don't think his career is going to go anywhere from here on. I think he's probably going to lose more fights like this, just like what happened to his brother. When he was washed up, he started losing fights left and right, got beat up by everyone. So I think that's probably the future for Brandon Figueroa too. I think it's all downhill from here. But yeah, we will see. As for Stephen Fulton, I think it's only a matter of time before he gets beat up again, right? Because he doesn't have a great chin, he doesn't have great power, he doesn't have great defense. What does he have? I don't really know what he does have. He can fight a little bit, can fight back a little bit, but that's it really, right? And then the main event, David Benavidez against David Morrell. Well, I thought it was a great fight personally, right? They were landing bombs on each other all night. So, was there not to like? I thought David Morrell probably could have done better because he just stood in front of David Benavidez like a punching bag. He really wasn't moving that much or giving angles or anything like that. He just covered up, hands up, stood in front of Benavidez, sometimes with his hands down, really, and got lit up a bit with combinations, wait for David to stop punching, and then we'll let his own shots go. Like they were taking turns, right? One time he did land a good counter right cross in between one of David Benavidez' combinations, and he hurt him. That was in the early rounds, okay? So yeah, maybe he should have done that more. You think in retrospect, right? But I picked David Benavidez to win. I thought his experience would be too much, especially his work on the inside. His work rate probably too high for a guy like David Morrell, and that's what happened, right? He got outworked. He couldn't deal with the work rate, man, with the high pace. David Morrell showed a pretty decent beard, although we don't really know how well David Benavidez punches. Like, how hard does he really punch? Like, Plant survived, David Morrell survived, and damaged old Vosdick survived. Like, we don't really know how hard this dude punches, but yeah, good durability shown by both, really. There was a knockdown at the end of the fight, like the 11th round, right? It was a crazy round. Also, a point deduction from hitting after the bell, as Morrell did. But yeah, I watched that back, and it turns out it was a slip. Uh, that wasn't so surprising for me because after the knockdown, David Benavidez immediately came forward and started lighting, Dave Morrell up with combinations. So it looked like he wasn't hurt. So I thought, okay, maybe he was off balance, but I watched it back, and David Morrell landed on the shoulder, and the feet got tangled up. So that really wasn't a knockdown, but it doesn't matter. The right guy won, like he got a clear decision win, and that's that. So now I want to see David Benavidez up against the winner of Benavidez and Bivol, like the rematch, right? I want to see that fight. And David Morrell, he can rebuild his career. He still has a future ahead of him. He can improve, getting some more experience against durable dudes, and we'll see. We'll see how his career pans out, man. So that was my thoughts on the fights this weekend. So now I'm signing off.